Hi gals and guys, I have decided to do a DIY on my hair channel, although it's a kitchen makeover. These are my inspiration pictures that I used. This is my kitchen before, tired, yes. Let's check out what I did and what I got. So what I'm doing here is I am building a butcher block island. What we're doing is we are doing some DIY sweat equity projects. What we have right here underneath this wood is the old countertop, which was a laminate countertop. We pulled the laminate strips off and called ourselves trying to do a DIY of 1x1 porcelain tiles. Didn't work out. I did not like the look. It was rather dated, kind of like Home Alone 1980s kitchen. So what I've got in here is some wood, and I'll put some it's going to be down in the bottom of your screen right now, the exact measurements of what I've done. And so far, right now, what I've just did it, I sanded it down using a sander, just on the ends that I'm about to glue. I put some liquid nails here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to piece these pieces together so that afterwards, after it dries, and I'm going to tie them around, and I'll show you what I've done afterwards. But I'm doing this because after this is dry, I'm going to, on the underside, screw at an angle using a pocket jig in order to make these seams go in a little bit closer. And then we're going to do some other things that I'm going to show you what, step by step what's done. I've got mail as I go along. So I hope you guys enjoy the video, and after we're finished, I'll be able to show you exactly everything that was done in this kitchen and how we were able to achieve it at a very, very low price. So what I'm doing here is I am sanding in between each layer before I put the liquid nails and connect the next piece of wood to it. You're back. Okay. So now what I've done is I've pieced the boards together, and I have, with liquid nails, flipped it over on the other side, and I did the screws. What I'm doing now is I'm sanding. I have a 80 grit sander, and I'm going to sand the whole thing down. I've used wood filler. I use the Provon wood filler by Elmer's, and it's stainable. In the grooves of where I connected them, and it's going to give me a nice smooth finish for when I stain it. You won't be able to see where each piece of wood goes into the other, but you will be able to differentiate between the 5 pieces of wood that I used because they're different. The 2 smaller ones are different. They're a little bit lighter than the 3 larger ones that I used. And so after I sand this all the way down, and I'm sanding on the sides to make sure that I have a good smooth edge. And I came right here, and what I did right here is I just took the sander and I went around in a curving fashion, so that wouldn't be just one little sharp edge right there. So when I'm done with the sanding and I'm ready for the stain, you guys will see where we're at with it. So now, after I've sanded it down really nice and smooth, I used the 8 grit, and then I went back over it with a finer sander to get a really, really smooth look. And then I added a few rustic details. I took some screws and I hammered them in, and some other little pieces of metal and different things to get some indentation, to get a rustic look. And now I'm using a polyurethane stain mix. I did 3 coats, and in between each coat I did I sanded it with a fine grit. This is my after product. I'm very well pleased with it. It has a very rustic look, And most people do not believe me when I tell them that I made it myself. They think that we purchased it or we had someone to do it for us, but I did it all by myself. Underneath the countertop, I painted it the same color as the cabinet, so that when you're sitting down, like in the living room on the sofa, and you look towards the kitchen, you can kind of see underneath it. This was a very inexpensive makeover. The island only cost about $150. The other countertops cost about I think it was 300. I changed my pendant lighting um, and the caps on my ceiling lighting, and we did a backsplash, and we did new laminate countertops on the rest of the countertops. And I am just very well pleased with our DIY kitchen makeover. I hope this gives you guys some ideas, and I hope that it can help in your kitchen remodel. Thanks for watching.